What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you our July 2021 net worth update. As you know, if you've watched my videos before or if you look at the title of this video, we are trying to get to that positive net worth and we're trying to get there by the end of this year. So we've got 5 more months to get there. And July was an interesting month because first of all, it is the first month since I quit my full-time job and got no paychecks from my former employer this month. And I'm just relying on full-time YouTube income and my husband's income. Second, I have a debt confession, credit card debt confession in this video. And it is and it isn't. I'll get into it. But yeah, there's a new line item in the debt section that I'm gonna talk to you guys about, and I almost didn't include it in here because I felt so ashamed about it when I initially did it, but I'm really glad I did it. If you guys follow me on Instagram, that you already know something about what I'm talking about. But anyway, oh, and then the third thing I want to tell you guys, something very exciting for you guys. As you may know, if you've watched my videos before, I have numerous spreadsheets that I use, most of which are available for purchase in my Etsy shop, and I've been promising you guys my net worth spreadsheet for a while. And part of the reason I was delaying on it is because when I put a spreadsheet that's available for sale, I like it to have a lot of good functionality and automation. So anyway, I've been going back and forth about this net worth spreadsheet because I feel like it's not automated enough to have it available for purchase. I just didn't feel good about selling it. So what I decided to do as a thank you to you guys for all your support, all your encouragement, all of your purchases, everything you guys do for me, is I'm going to give you guys my net worth spreadsheet for free. So it'll be linked in all my net worth videos, linked in the video description. It's an instant download to Google Sheets. So when you click the link, a screen will pop up and it'll just say make a copy, and you just click that button yes, and then the spreadsheet will open in your Google Sheets. So thank you guys so much for all your support over the years. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoy this spreadsheet. I hope you guys use it and follow along with me in your own net worth tracking as we do this month by month. So without further ado, let's jump to the spreadsheet. All right, so this is our net worth spreadsheet for the month of July, and so you can see here all of our assets are in green and all of our liabilities are in the red section. So the green section minus the red section gives us our total net worth. So assets minus liabilities is how you calculate net worth. So let's first start off by talking about the assets. So our house in the month of July didn't change in value. I bumped it up a bunch based on a couple house sales in our area. We live in a development where all the houses, they're condos, and they're very similar. And so yeah, I'm not changing that for a while, I don't think. I feel like maybe the housing market is hitting its peak, but you never know. Next, we've got savings, which is EF, emergency fund, and SF, sinking funds. So that started out the month at just about 30,000 and ended the month just above 29,000. So that was a change of $539. We put some money into our sinking funds, but then we took some money out of some money I'd set aside from my income when I was employed to supplement our income for the next 6 months, so we can kind of ease into only living off of my husband's paycheck and hopefully give me some time to grow my YouTube income. So that did go down this month. Next, my husband's retirement started out at 40,000, went up to 43,600. So that was an increase of $3,300. So that's great. It was a 3 paycheck month, so he did contribute $2,250 to his 401k. But other than that, it was his employer match that went in, and then just market gains. Next, for me for retirement, I had a big jump this month. Started out just above 22,000 and ended the month with just under 26,000. So that was a change of $3,900. And the reason why mine bumped up so much is because my old employer, they didn't do an employer match. They did a profit share, which is basically like an employer match once a year, but you don't have to contribute anything. So once a year, they would give everybody a certain percentage of their salary. And so even though I quit my job, the employer match happens 6 months after the year ends, which I have my own thoughts about that. But anyway, for the year 2020, the employer match gets paid in July 2021. So even though I quit, it was based off last year's income. So they did say that I was going to get my profit share, which they followed through on, which I was appreciative of. I was hoping I wouldn't have to follow up with them about it. So I got a deposit of like $3,500, I think, and then the rest was market gains. Next, in my brokerage accounts, I actually have a breakdown down here. So let's take a look. Okay, so in Fidelity, I think I contributed $100 this month. So that one went up by $112. That's just like an after-tax brokerage account that I opened with Fidelity. And I invest in one index fund. It's their zero fee, zero minimum index fund, and it's FISROC, so I'll put it right here if you're interested in checking it out. Next, I've got my M1 Finance account. That went up quite a bit. That went up to just over $2,000, and that was a change of $784. The stock market did go up in July, so some of these are from market gains, but also I talked to you guys about this in my budget video on my July recap, that I had made some contributions to M1 Finance in July, but also I got a lot of referral bonuses from you guys opening accounts. So if that was you, thank you so much for using my link. I really appreciate it. Right now, M1 Finance is doing a deal where if you open an account using my referral link and deposit $100, then you get a $50 bonus, and so do I. So it's a great deal for a limited time, I believe. And so if you want to check that out, M1 Finance will be linked in the video description. It's just an investing platform similar to Fidelity or Vanguard or any of those, but I find it to be more user-friendly, and it's an app that I just use on my phone. Next, we've got Acorns. This account, I'm actually excited to catch up to the other ones. My goal is to get this one to $1,000 next, since Fidelity and M1 are a little bit bigger. Actually, at the time I'm filming this video, Fidelity's already at $1,000, so that's why I was saying $1,000. So anyway, my Acorns account, this is like even easier than M1 or Fidelity investing wise. If you want no responsibility barely for picking funds, you just have to pick how aggressive you want the investments to be, and then Acorns has like a preset investment portfolio for you. So anyway, I started out the month with $76 and ended with $157, so that was an increase of $81, and I believe I also got a couple referrals this month for Acorns. So if that was you using my referral link for Acorns and you got $5, I also got $5 when you opened your account. So thank you guys so much for using that link as well. And then finally, Coinbase. I talked to you guys about this last time. I put it on here. You know, it's a crypto trading app. I don't necessarily support investing in cryptocurrency because I feel like it really is speculation and kind of like gambling. However, Coinbase, you can get paid to learn about crypto. So there's short videos and you can earn anywhere between like $2 and $10 every time you like do their videos. So I've done like, I think like maybe 15 videos or something, that all the videos they've had available for me, and you answer a quiz question, and when you get it right, you get free crypto. And actually I got one of them wrong for the first time, because they're usually pretty straightforward questions, but I got one of the questions wrong last time and it let me try again and I still got the money. So you don't have to just get it right the first time, I found out. So I haven't invested any of my own money in Coinbase. I've gotten a couple referral bonuses for other people who wanted to invest in crypto, and then just doing the videos. So my account is now at $59, which for the month was an increase of $23. So all of those will be linked in the video description, M1, Acorns, and Coinbase, if you want to check any of those out. Yeah, so total my brokerage account, for anyone who likes really round numbers will be happy about this. It went from $22.13 to $32.13, and that was an increase of exactly $1,000. So it's really fun because I opened my brokerage accounts as kind of like just for fun, essentially. Like, not for fun, but like was just like, oh, I'll just open them and see what happens. I'm not gonna dedicate a huge amount of money to investing in them, and I'm kind of just gonna like throw what I can in there each month and see what happens. And now I've got like $3,200 just like that. It seems like nothing. So it's just, that's the whole thing about when you get in the habit of investing and saving, like that becomes more normal to you than spending money, and it just starts to snowball and you make a lot of progress like faster than you think. So if you're just getting into this and you're feeling really discouraged or feeling demotivated, like don't let that stop you. Just keep going, keep pushing, and things will pick up as time goes on. Next is my daughter's 529 account. So we put all the money that we received for gifts for her since she was born till now into this account. She is 2 years old now, and we also put some of our own money in each month. So this month her account started out at $57.89 and went up to $58.78. So that was an increase of $89, and we contributed $50 this month. So the rest of it was just gains on her investments. Next is our HSA, which is a health savings account, and this is an account that we actually use for our medical expenses. And so there's $3,000 in there that's invested in an index fund, and then another like $3,300 or so that's just in cash. So I think it did go up this month, but we had a couple small medical expenses, so overall it went down. So we started out with $6,400 and end of the month was $63.68, so that was a decrease of $33. Next, we've got stock options. I list them here because we have stock options in a company that aren't worth anything yet, or that we can't cash out yet, and so at some point hopefully they're worth something. So I keep that there to remind us that they're there. Next, we've got our cars. I just leave this the same pretty much month to month. We might be able to get more than this for our used cars right now, and if we really need the extra dollars at the end of the year to hit that zero net worth that we're aiming for, I may do some research on Kelley Blue Book. But last time I looked up our cars, they were worth between $10,000 and $15,000 depending on, you know, what price you got for them. They give you like a range on there, so I just leave it at $13,000. So this month our assets did go up. They went up from $559,529 to $567,306, which was an increase of, another exact number, $7,777. Next, we will take a look at the liabilities. So first, our mortgage, we just make our regular mortgage payment, so that goes down by about $500 a month. And then we've got our home equity line of credit on our home that we used to build this room that I'm sitting in right now, and we are targeting that debt right now to pay it off. So that went from $19,901 to $18,806. So that was a decrease of $1,095. So I'm hoping to get this debt down to maybe like $10,000 by the end of the year, and then paid off in the first half of next year. Maybe faster, we'll see, but yeah, at least $1,000 a month is like in my head what I'm aiming for to pay off, and so we hit that this month. Next, we've got my Monster grad school student loans. So those went down by $1,400, and then my husband's grad school loan, also quite large, but did go down this month from our regular payment. So that went down to just under $88,000. So his went down by $687 this month. And then here is the debt confession. So I have not had credit card debt for quite a while now, close to a year. I feel like it was about a year ago we paid off our credit cards. We paid off $30,000 of credit card debt. If you want to know more about that, I have a whole video talking about it. I'll link them in the video description. There's a couple of videos, but the one about how we paid it all off, I'll link it up here. But basically what we did is we refinanced all the debt into a private loan through SoFi and paid it off that way. So since then, we haven't had a credit card balance. However, I have wanted to get Invisalign for a very long time, and you may not notice anything particularly wrong with my teeth, and I'll show you guys in just a second, but I talked about this on Instagram already, so you already know if you follow me on Instagram. But there are a few things that really bother me with my teeth, and I had been really wanting to do this for myself for a long time. So I went to the consult and I got a quote, and it was much higher than I thought it was gonna be. I thought my insurance covered $1,000, and I thought the treatment was going to be closer to $2,500, so I thought it was going to be about a $1,500 expense, and it ended up being over $4,000. So I sat on it for a little bit, and I decided to pull the trigger, and they did give me a discount because I paid in full all at once. And so what I did is I opened a new credit card. I opened a card with American Express that has some really good cashback bonuses and points, and when you get a new card, there is usually like that initial card opening bonus, like they'll give you better points if you spend a certain amount for the first 6 months. So I think mine was like you get $300 cash back if you spend some X amount of dollars in the first 6 months. I don't remember exactly. I will link the card below if you guys want to check out that card that we're using. But I'm not carrying a balance on this card for anything else. I am just putting the Invisalign on it. And then what I'm doing is, because there's such good rewards, instead of putting groceries and stuff like that on my debit card, I use my credit card now to purchase the groceries. I get 6% cash back, and then I immediately, literally immediately, as soon as the charge shows up, make a payment to the credit card and pay off that charge. So the only balance that's being carried on this card is for the Invisalign. Also, the card has 0% interest for 12 months. So I don't have to pay off this amount for a whole year until like next summer. I know I have the exact date written down. I could have put this on our HSA. Like I could have used the HSA card and paid in full right then cash, but I didn't want to for a couple reasons. One, you can get all these points from the credit card, and so I was like, why not put this big charge on here and try to use this good cash back that I'm getting on this card to pay that down. And also I'm just not 100% sure we won't need our HSA for certain medical expenses down the road. So what I can do is I'm keeping the receipt for the Invisalign, and if at any point in the future I want to reimburse the money to us from the HSA, then I can do that. I can pull it out. You don't have to make the charge on the HSA card itself in order to use that money for a medical expense. You can do it later. So I figured, let me just put it on the credit card and try to pay it down as much as I can from stuff not in our budget, from the cashback rewards, from my own personal spending money and stuff like that, and see how much I can get paid down by next summer. And then from there, maybe I can use some HSA money to pay off the rest, or next year we'll have a flex spending account through my husband's work because we're not eligible for the HSA anymore. So we'll have some other pre-tax medical money we'll be able to use. So yeah, that's the plan. It feels really weird to have a credit card balance, but it's literally one thing and I have a plan for it, and I feel like super guilty telling you guys about this, but I didn't want to hide it either. When I shared it on Instagram, people were really supportive and encouraging, and you guys were actually messaging me with your stories about Invisalign and how it made you so much more confident in your smile, and it was totally worth it. And anyway, yeah, so let me show you what's bothering me with my teeth. I'll move a little bit closer. So I don't know if you can tell, my teeth are generally straight. I did have braces. I do not have the Invisalign in right now because it's just a little bit hard to talk with still. I'm still getting used to it, but so I took it out to film. But anyway, so generally my teeth are straight, but I had impacted wisdom teeth that I did get pulled, but they pushed all my teeth forward. So I have crowding at the front on the top and the bottom, but mostly what bothers me is the top, and my two front teeth are like a little bit crooked. They go like a little bit this way, and then I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's overlapping quite a bit right here. And that just really bugs me. It's better on this side that it is still overlapping a little bit there. And same thing on the bottom, it's like crowding here. So anyway, because it is so minor what I want changed, I was hoping it would be so expensive. But then again, I went to a local orthodontist, and they are a small family-owned business, and as a former professional, I know how much hard work goes into the things you do and the expertise that it takes to know how to do your job well. And this place had really good reviews. They are very experienced with Invisalign. So anyway, I'm going on a very long Invisalign tangent, but just thought you guys might want to know. I felt like supporting a small business at this time. I felt really good about that, and I felt really good about the orthodontist when I met with her, and she really took a good amount of time to talk to me about everything I felt like was wrong with my smile and different options as we get more through the treatment with little details and stuff. So anyway, I'm really excited. I'm super happy with it so far. It is a little bit uncomfortable getting used to it, but each day it's getting more normal and I'm getting more used to the routine with it. So because of this is so painful, but like I'm really glad I did it. But then I hate seeing this on our net worth spreadsheet. But anyway, Amex started at 0 at the beginning of the month. It went up to $4,000. This is actually higher than that, but I already got like several $100s of cash back from this purchase and from other groceries and stuff that I bought. So it's, I think the total for my Invisalign was $4,250. So anyway, that's where it stood at the end of the month. So the total liabilities did go up this month, but that's the like a one-time thing, It's gonna go down again next month and every month going forward. So our total liabilities started out at $608,172 and ended at $608,555, which was an increase of $383. So considering I made a $4,000 purchase and it only went up by $383, it's not that bad. Okay, so total net worth still went up because our assets did go up, even though our liabilities went up a tiny bit. So it went from negative $48,643 to negative $41,249. So that was a change of $7,394. So let's go down to the chart, and you can see here we started out with a net worth of negative $170,000 back in November of 2020, and we're now at negative $41,000. And thank you so much to my subscriber, I think your name is Ellie, who commented on one of my videos that there's a way in Google Sheets to have this line show up, and it kind of estimates where the graph is going. And so I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for that amazing tip, Ellie. I did add that to my spreadsheet. And so now you can see kind of the trend of where this is going. You can see we are on track to cross that positive net worth number to go above this line in somewhere between October and November, as long as things keep trending as they are. So I think the end of the year is going to slow down a little bit because we had a huge increase in the value of our house over the course of the year, and I stopped working at my full-time job, so I think it might end up being kind of close. And then I was thinking to myself, like, this Invisalign, if we're off by like less than $4,000 and it's because of the Invisalign, like I'm gonna be kind of annoyed. But then again, by December, by the end of the year, I'll be like probably 2/3 of the way through the treatment, so I'll be close to being done with it, and I'm really glad that I started when I did. One last thing about Invisalign, and I'll stop talking about it, but if you go back and look at my thumbnails, you'll see that 90% of my thumbnails, my mouth is closed. Or if my mouth is open, I'm making like a silly face or like an expressive face. I'm not smiling. And that's because I really don't like my teeth. And if my teeth are not letting me smile in my thumbnails, like that's really a sign that it's really bothering me. So anyway, enough about Invisalign. So we are on track still to hit that positive net worth before the end of the year. I'm determined to get there despite the Invisalign expenditure. Yeah, we're close. I mean, $40,000. So let's see what we need to do per month. 41,000 divided by 5. We need to do just over $8,000 a month. So I think we can do it. It's gonna take a little bit of luck and a lot of dedication, but I really, really hope we can get there. I'm excited for the end of the year to be getting here, for us to be getting closer to see if we're gonna hit that. So that is it for today's net worth update. Like I said, if you want to use this net worth spreadsheet that I'm using in my video, I am giving it away to you guys for free. You just have to click the link in the video description and open it and make a new copy in Google Sheets, and then it'll be good to go. I love hearing about your guys' net worth updates each month as I give you my update. So comment below if you want to share what changes happened in your net worth in the month of July. And if you want to follow along with our journey to hopefully hit that positive net worth by the end of the year, then hit that red subscribe button. And I'll see you guys soon in my next video. Bye.